Not the building, the body in your section. When you weak, now you strong, now you can finally step in. Man of God, warrior, now talking Stephen. And seeing what most don't, I'm paranoid. I recommend that you just surrender, can't bear the void. From poverty to royalty, get upgraded. Chasing the American dream, just leave you frustrated. Fake it till you make it was acceptable. Until the real thing run up on you, now vegetable. And all on doorposts, got demons hip. You got a chip on your shoulder, I gotta bring the dip. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You won't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. When you call upon his name, leaving nobody. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You won't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. When you call upon his name, leaving nobody. I'm staying charged, my spirit man get fed daily. The heart is desperately wicked, it always seem to fail me. From Beantown to Notre Dame, I stay the same. Chose to be a man for my wife and kids like Damon Wayans. And 9 souls saved who overcame. Convinced, picking up nothing else like shoulder pain. We taking off like airlines when leaving Logan. We Christ-like, so it's Christ-like, that be the slogan. Highway to heaven, you fear God cause your sins judged. Our fear more like respectful reverence. Altar call looking like a stick up, slip up. Betrayal will hurt your chest like a hiccup. A bag ain't the mission. No, there's not one good in this world. 50 like that rag in your kitchen. That's why we decrease so we can increase. We see peace, we 10 toes, don't need please. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You won't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. When you call upon his name, leaving nobody. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You won't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. When you call upon his name, leaving nobody. Forget the keys to the city, we got into the kingdom. My enemy got some help, I boldly tell him bring him. Used to eat stress by sipping on serum. Now I'm looking to Zion, but not like Brandon Ingram. Got some disappointed, cause they traps don't work. Redeeming time, I write my raps at work. Speaking life into the atmosphere. Get gone, fall and collapse. Put me on that map last year. Always taught to be a bigger person. Easy said than done. But for example, God bled his son. From round the way, what you said get spun. Never let the left know what you right, do it said and done. Step up in the office, let's discuss the plan. Get introduced to a man who wasn't just a man. Bold enough to start revivals up in your lobby. My Glorilla, no Glorilla with your body. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You won't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. When you call upon his name, leaving nobody. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You won't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. When you call upon his name, leaving nobody.
Jesus came for the one like a fullback. Satan took a L, I told him hold that. Christ came into my life, I can't go back. I got demons where my feet at like a toe tag. That's because they dead to me. Pray before I bless the beat and then I make it rest in peace. I could feel the devil tempting me and my God testing me. Freely I receive, freely I kick demons like penalty. Me versus myself, God the referee. His stripes set me free, his light let me see. Honey on my lips, we like embassy. God with the assist, he keep blessing me. You know where demons live, my hills like Beverly. That's right, told Told the devil take a hike, I'm rising like the gas price. More abundantly, the only way I like to have life. Bought in Jesus' love, I cannot go back to my last vice. But I still give demons smoke, cause it's a fast life. Flashlight, when I grip that mic, cause I be shining. God rewards me publicly for what I do in private. Can't remember who I used to be, I'm just abiding. And my father's love is like an ocean, I'm a diving. Sliding on the beat, no backsliding. Boy, you got a plank like a pirate. Count it all joy, I'm smiling. Count it all joy. Even through a trial, I count it all joy. When they throwing stones, I count it all joy. One more time. Count it all joy. I'ma count it all joy, it's refining. Show the demons in the Hellcats cause they whining. Wanna turn me to your puppet, I ain't signing. Watch, God will multiply it all in his time. I'm out here preaching in the streets, they took me to the wire. I'm like the sons of thunder, Lord, should we call them fire? He said forgive them for they know not what they do. I count it all joy, I join in suffering with you. They out of pocket, I been in it. Faces glowing cause I been with them. Out the park cause I been driven. They missing shots like Ben Simmons. Temptation hit him, I ran stepping. On the devil and his plans, yeah, we shut it down like the pandemic. We shut him down like the pandemic. Yeah. Look, my life's like a TV show cause I'm one of the chosen. Cold heart had to let it go, your boy used to be frozen. Left my enemies weak in the knees like they DeRozan. Told her face to smile for the camera cause they posing. Photo shoot, pose, no keysy. Religious ground, how to shake it up like CC. Make room, can't afford to wake up Chris Breezy. Count it all joy, never said it would be easy. Count it all joy, I count it all joy. Count it all joy, so we count it all joy.
KS Nation, what's good? Happy Thursday, everybody. Has everybody had a great work week this week so far? I'm hoping so because guess what? I got some good news for you guys tonight. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in live, whether you're watching in on Facebook or on YouTube or on my personal Facebook account. Tonight's guest is known as Rushing Rentals, but I know him as my bro, Rob. Definitely excited to have him on the show. I want to give a shout out to Mike Malagis. Hopefully I did not mispronounce your last name, bro. But I definitely enjoy that Count It All Joy track featuring James Golden. Apparently it's a new track. First time hearing it for myself. Stumbled upon it on YouTube. And now it's on the show. So we got to continue to count everything to our joy. And we all know that the joy of the Lord is our strength. So I hope that that you guys have had a great week thus far. I'm hoping that you guys are going to have a great weekend, whether you have plans or not, whether you are going to a car meet or not, whether you are supporting somebody's business or not, whether you are watching this interview live or not. I'm hoping that you guys will definitely just continue to be good, continue to just move forward in everything that God has called you to, or that anything that you have been entrusted to do, whether you are a podcaster or you're a teacher, or you're an exotic car rental company like my bro Rob tonight. I'm just hoping that you guys will be encouraged with the music that we play, with the things that Rob will share, as well as how he got into cars, what events he's planning to go to. And guess what? We got some free merch that we want to give away tonight. So definitely, I will put up the trivia question later on in the show. But definitely stick around and do me a favor, tag 5 to 10 people in the comment section if you're watching on Facebook to let them know Kruisin with KS is live tonight. Amen. Shout out to the bro, Freddrick Halleluyah. CLMG is in the building. And the Christ Life magazine is definitely coming to a screen near you. So definitely tap into the bro with Freddrick Halleluyah. And check out his music. Manifest is out everywhere right now. And I got an exclusive song from my bro, Jay Meezy, that I'm going to play on tonight that drops on April 8th. Amen. I want to give a shout out to my cousin, my little cousin, Casey. I think he turns 3 today. I think he either 2 or 3, one of those. But happy birthday, Casey. Let's go ahead and get Rob on the show so we can move forward. Amen. Let's go ahead and get Rob on the show. Mr. Rob, what's happening, bro? What's going on, entrepreneur?
Not much, man. Well, over here in Miami, right now is Miami Music Week, so it is a pretty crazy time. In the exotic car rental world, that means we're moving cars all day, lots of pickups, lots of drop-offs, not a lot of sleep.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Rob, man, before we get into like what made you start your business and everything, tell us who Rob is. How did you become a car enthusiast, and how were you raised? Where were you raised, and how did you get into cars yourself?
Yeah, I actually, growing up, I wasn't huge into cars. It kind of happened to me. I grew up in a small beach town called Navarre, Florida. It's outside of a city called Pensacola. And I went to school at FSU. That was my undergrad. So I lived in Tallahassee for about 3.5 years when I finished. Um, from there, I lived internationally for a bit. I went through grad school and got my master's degree. So I did the whole education, like traditional education route. But when I was done with school, I wanted to find a fun job. I really wanted to do something interesting, different. And I knew I wanted to live in Florida where I grew up, but I wanted to live in a city where I thought there was lots of opportunity. So I came to Miami and I just was starting to look for any job that I could. And the first really major career move I made was working as a social media specialist for another exotic car rental company. So I kind of came at it from the marketing side. I was a marketing guy looking for any type of company that needed help, and I just fell into cars. And then through learning that business, I learned more and more about the different cars, parts of content, social media creation, and meeting other large influential figures in the automotive space. I slowly fell in love with these cars more and more and more. Eventually, to the point where I wanted to purchase my own car to rent out in this fleet, which I did, and it worked out financially. It was enough. The revenue I'd generate from renting out that first car would cover itself and some. So that's immediately when it clicked, and I need to start getting more cars or getting bigger cars, and I would watch these really crazy expensive vehicles rent out for, to me, what I thought was ridiculous amounts of money. I was never somebody that would even dream of paying like $1,000 a day to rent a Lamborghini in Miami, but I was shocked to find the armies of people out there that are not only willing to pay that money to rent the car, but that would pay more or just are that obsessed with cars. Or really, the magic is when you find people that have never gotten to experience this really high-end luxury and exotic vehicle before. There's a chance that these people might not ever get to really own or experience cars like that. So getting to share really exclusive vehicles with people for the first time, super heartwarming, super great to watch people kind of live out an automotive dream. And that's really what I get to do by renting out cars. I get to give people really unique automotive experiences, let people get behind the wheel of like their dream cars, or just try out like cars they never even thought they would get the chance to drive. And I'm lucky enough to be able to offer a lot of different vehicles to people who come and visit Miami. So it's really the perfect combination of a few things. It's exotic cars. People in Miami love their cars. It's a part of tourism. It's a luxury tourism, and I come at it from a marketing background, and it's really fun to show and post and create content with these cars. And so that whole big mix turned me into a car enthusiast. I eat, sleep, breathe it now. But back in the day, cars went right over my head. I wasn't even a car guy. I wasn't a car fan. It just kind of happened to me through working. So
that's
here we
awesome.
are.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Now, Rob, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say we've been following each other maybe about 2 months, maybe going on 3 months or something. I know it's still early in our, in our friendship and our relationship as, car enthusiasts. But what made you say yes about doing an interview tonight?
So when I went to your profiles, I saw another entrepreneur. When I look at your profile, I see somebody who's hungry, who wants to grow something cool. And to me, it doesn't matter if this is a giant show, a small show, somewhere in the middle, if it's growing, or it doesn't matter to me. I just like to support people that are also hungry, and I like to tap in with you and see what you got going on. I know the Cincinnati car scene is super different from what's going on in South Florida, so also a bit of curiosity. So I'd like to even hear a little bit about your experience in Cincinnati, what that car scene's like. Are there big car shows similar to how we have here? Are there rallies in Cincinnati that we have here? And
Yeah.
I know you're a big car fan yourself. You were just telling me
Yeah.
earlier about some dream cars.
So we do have a group of guys who also do rallies here. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's two. group of guys: Dynasty Auto Events, Dynasty Automotive Events, and then the Dad Quest Adventures crew. They always put on something. When I did the interview with them back in January, they had shared with me behind the screen that they had just got approved for their something LLC or something, which gives them the right to take in funds as a donation and give back to like local hospitals and toy drives and stuff like that. So that was a
That's
plus.
awesome.
Dad Quest, Steve and his crew, and then the Dynasty Automotive Events are two different groups here in Cincinnati that put on rallies. On top of the rallies, we got people in every direction: Eastgate, Kentucky, Cincinnati, putting on these different car meets all year round. And of course, like sometimes some of the events, some of the spots, they get shut down because people come in and they want to do burnouts, they want to do revving, and you lose the lot. You as the organizer, you lose the space. So last year we lost UC Cars and Coffee. We lost Good Enough Garage, which is another big automotive car community that puts on great events, like 200, 300 plus car events. Lost their lot because people did some stupid stuff and some they just went against the rules. So therefore, the organizer lost a lot. But for organizations like Tobogga Cafe, which is like a meet and greet, they have their car shows, their car meets every Saturday, every Sunday. And then Cincinnati Cars and Coffee, which is over in Kentucky, right across the bridge. I think it's in Covington, if I'm not mistaken. They have theirs every Saturday and every Sunday. I think it's every Saturday and Sunday as well, just different times from Tobogga Cafe. So you can either catch Cincinnati Cars and Coffee show, stay there for like an hour, and then you can zoom on over to Topanga and catch a whole nother different crowd of people. So we got people pulling up with Skylines. We got people pulling up with old school Porsches, old school Jags, new Lambos. You never know what you're going to get. Kit cars, show cars, all type of stuff here in Cincinnati. So it's a great variety of different things that you can see here in Cincinnati. And the reason why I started the channel was because, again, when I started to go out to these events in 2021, I was fresh on the scene, but I saw people just walking around. I never seen anybody with a camera. I saw one person with a drone one time. So I'm like, where is the car community in Cincinnati? You put on these big events, but where do I see all the footage? Mm-hmm. So Lord put it on my heart to start my channel because I am a car enthusiast. And again, me and my son, we have been going to these events since 2021. And as soon as I started, everybody and their mama came out with a camera. Like, what is y'all doing? I thought I was the only one. So I started to record the different things, and because me and my son, we have a love for diecast cars, we have a whole diecast collection in my room. So we started doing diecast car reviews, open up the doors, the pull back and release feature, all type of stuff is on the channel. And I get a chance to experience that stuff with my son, which is a hobby that we share, whether if it's renting out cars from Adventures Rentals, which is an electric car luxury company here, or just, going to these different car meets. But you can get a little bit of anything and everything here in Cincinnati.
Dude, that's awesome. Out of all those different styled events and then the different niches of the car world, whether it's JDM, kit car, supercar, do you find yourself drawn to any one particular niche of cars, or do you kind of like it all?
I kind of like it all. I really enjoy my son's reaction when he hears a loud car start up or when he sees a loud car zoom down the street. He is now 7, and Tristan has revved 3 cars, and he absolutely loves it. We'll play a clip of him and my nephew revving a Charger SRT later on in the show. Cool. But speaking of cars, you attended a rally recently, right?
Yeah, it's actually my favorite rally of the year. There's lots that come through Miami. There seemingly is another rally every other week or so, but once a year, there's a rally called R2R Miami. It passes through. They do R2R New York or West Coast, or they do a bunch of different rallies over the year. But in February each year is this one specific drive that I try to sign up for each year. So I just did my 3rd year in a row doing this rally. But what's unique about this past year is it's the first year I've worked for myself. Like I've done the event working for other companies in the past, but this was the first time I got to come. I got to offer my vehicles to different drivers, people I've met over the years. And for me, that's the ultimate blend of like work and pleasure. Because I get to actually do work, rent cars to enthusiasts, and then I get to drive alongside those people, and I can even help answer questions, or the renters of those vehicles will feel even more comfortable knowing that the person who rented them the car is going along for the drive with them. So on a rally, you know, people can go fast. They're expensive cars. Things can go wrong. So I'll bring like a tire pump or a patch kit or just a set of tools. What I want to get next is bring in an Altel so I can be able to check and read engine codes just on the way. I've done a rally in the past where I've seen people bring things like duct tape and zip ties. Just God forbid there's like accidents or say something debris in the road damages cars, but they want to keep on going. I know if you've been in rallies before, but if you get separated from the main pack, it's not as fun. You really want to be able to fix your car, keep up, and stick with the pack. So that's where a lot of the action is, where a lot of the fun is when in driving in rallies. So this rally was a ton of fun. I got to drive my own car in it for the first time. It was the first rally I ever did in my newest car. But in the rally, I had 5 different exotics also on the rally through different drivers. So my car and then 5 others, I got to view and monitor and watch, and got really great content of all those cars. So that's R2R Miami. There's a lot that happens in the drive, but a ton of fun.
Absolutely. Now I'm sure with all the busyness and with you being an entrepreneur, you branching out, trying to grow your business. I'm sure you have a team behind you. Did you and your photographers? Did you guys have a chance to go on a rally? Did you guys shoot some media for some other companies or for some of the car enthusiasts for the first time? Let us know how was the rally.
Yeah. So the rally itself does a really great job of pulling some of the most, I'd say, influential and talented like videographers and photographers in the automotive space. They're already a part of the R2R team. So while all of the cars are on a drive, there's media cars that are following the group of cars. So that's why the rally, if you start looking around, you'll see a lot of really great photos, a lot of really great clips, and some killer viral videos. And that's because the organizers really pick out great creators, great shooters, people that have been doing automotive style content for long periods of time. They're not just anyone, like people that really excel in the industry. And so they take the best of the best, they throw them in the media cars, and they just get some killer footage. Speaking of which, I think today, one of the main videographers, Suresh Gordon, just dropped his official recap video of that rally. And I think that's on Race Rally Media on Instagram is where you can find it. But just really, really cool content.
Gotcha. Now, Rob, with you being, the CEO, the founder of Rushing Rentals, who edits your videos? Like when you go out and shoot content and you do as the customer's driving away, who's in charge of that?
So when it comes to story content, I'm doing it on the fly on my phone. But when it comes to the edited reels and the edited photos, I'm just friends with some really talented creators here in South Florida. For example, I've got a guy named Julio who is just a killer photographer. Some of the most pretty pictures on my Instagram right now are from him directly. I'll even let him take some of the rental cars out just to go get that content because I know he delivers such high quality. We've got a situation where like, hey, do you want to take the Urus out for a day or so? Just go enjoy it because I know while you have it, you're going to get some really great stuff that I can then turn around, use, and market. So it's a win-win kind of symbiotic relationship. I also have a really great photographer friend named Jake Arnold who shoots for a lot of really, really well-known automotive brands. But whenever he's not working for those companies and he has some free time, I'll get him a car and he'll go shoot some videos or some reels and pictures. And that's how I get my Instagram looking so pretty. But that Rushing Rentals Instagram, very, very new. Like I just started it at the beginning of the year. I'm just doing everything organic. It's really nothing to brag about yet, but I've grown Instagram accounts from like really small numbers to huge numbers. So I've done it before for other companies. I probably could be putting a little more effort into my own brand, but I'm so caught up with the actual physical rentals, like cars going in, going out, getting clean, parking them, moving them, delivering them. All that takes up so much time that it's hard to kind of focus on my own brand and marketing. It's just kind of ironic because that's how I got into this world in the first place was
Right.
through the marketing side. But now it's like marketing is the last thing that gets done. It is what it is.
Got you. Hey, one day at a time, right? Ain't that what they say?
Yep. One step at a time.
Got you. So I'm not sure who Daily Shots is, but apparently he knows you. He's watching on Instagram. I mean, he's not watching on Instagram. He's watching on YouTube. I'm sorry. He says that you're his brother. So shout out to Daily Shots. Shout out to I think Miss Kawana B, which is a lady from my church. Thank you for watching live. Shout out to the bro AXELLBOY watching live. The 3-minute car video that I played with all the different pictures, and we had his song "Nobody" playing in the background. That's that artist. Shout out to CLMG. He's a part of the label. This is me, Will. So I'm guessing you know Will.
That's Will. Got it. Okay.
Got you. So shout out to Will. Hey, Will, man, do me a favor, bro, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. I got more interviews coming up. I got one more interview next Friday with Cloud9 Exotics, which is also in Florida. And then in April, we have another car enthusiast who has a Lamborghini. She's going to come on, and she's going to share her journey as a new recent mother because she's pregnant. She just started her channel 2 months ago, and she just already hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. So she's putting in the work, and then hopefully I can have her fiance on the show named Lucas. They're out of Canada. So I'm putting in the work just like you. We're both expanding, and we're both, supporting each other as we continue to grow and grind. Amen.
Amen.
Awesome. For the chat, for those who may want to ask questions, whether about Rob, his personal life, or, his business, or just anything in particular to his rental company business, type the questions in the chat, and I will put them on the screen. Rob will answer them accordingly. We're going to go ahead and get into another music video here soon, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about maybe how you guys could, maybe some advice that Rob can give you about your business. Maybe if you feel stuck in life, maybe what could be your next step. We're going to talk about his website, the merchandise, and more. So definitely don't leave. We're going to be right back. Amen. Here is Kruisin with Stephen Malcolm called I Love You, Jesus. Shout out to my bro Kruisin, who is the first person to ever buy my yellow merch. But we'll be right back. All right. Let's get it. Let's go, man. It's Cruising with KS with my guest Rob, who is Rushing Rentals on Instagram, and Robert M. Rushing on Instagram as well. All his links, his Instagram profile, and his website, which is rushingrentals.co. All the links are in the description. If you're watching on Facebook, they're in the caption. So do me a favor, support him tonight. Give him a follow, and we're going to be right back. Somebody tag Kruisin in the chat, man. It's Kruisin with I Love You, Jesus. Check it out.
Been through the mud, still I'm right here, yeah. Life be the type that don't fight fair, yeah. Came straight from that jungle, lion, tigers, bears, yeah. Still I stand right here, yeah. Imagine losing everything just to gain it all. From the time I was a jit, all I wanted was the ball. I was told by OGs, get the cheese and the broads. Was a boy to a man, still the biggest question mark. Needed light in the dark, needed hope that's divine. 2 worlds intertwined, new strength in these times. Crew right by my side, real ones who gon' ride even if it all decline. It's like I was blinded by man and it's ways that define who I am. I let it manifest. Waves of depression crash hard, feel like vanishing. Disappear like my dad when he abandoned me. But then God's love came and captured me. Covered me with grace, showed me the real man in me. Imprinted his love, showed me that it's all vanity. Coming to an end is everything except for me. Life get a time and I'm fighting. Shit from the jungle, my time's vision.
I love you, Jesus. I give you praise, Lord. I worship and adore. I give it all back. Being at the bottom, trying to climb out, yeah. Stay with a bottle, now it's dried out, yeah. It was mid in the mitten, but I had cloud, yeah. Running through them all with the seats down, yeah. Sick for a long time, mind on suicide. Dying on the inside, God's there when inside. Living cap was the vibe, I'ma hurt you all the time. Scrapping to survive. Being Being drunk and pain was my getaway. Sipping on E&J in a midday. Feeling in my body wasn't manifesting. Sick but a smile since adolescence. But I know we love it cause we ride or die. Breathing this breath in the lane of mine. Got me out the sun, shit, I'm sober now. Body was a brick, I'm a rover now. I love you, Jesus. I worship you, free me, love you, free me, love. I love you, Jesus. You healed me. I worship and adore you. I'm here, Lord. Just wanna tell you, yeah. Oh, I love you more than anything, yeah.
All right, y'all, we are back. We are back. Rob, man, what you think about that quiz video, bro?
That was sick. I really like. I mean, I like how you have. I didn't know it was all Christian music. That's awesome.
Yes, yes, it is. From my stories on Instagram to some of the posts, some of the reels music that I play in the background, as well as the music videos and the music that I play on this show. People think that you can't mix Jesus with cars, but guess what? There are a lot of car enthusiasts who are also believers. I think it's Clutch Society. I think they're a car enthusiast group who have some dope apparel out in California. And they also put on car meets. So, yeah, you can be a Christian, you can love Jesus, and guess what? You can love exotic cars, too. So, it goes hand in hand. Shout out to my bro, Queese, and definitely honored to have him part of the roster. Amen. Rob, man, I want to ask you, when it comes to, renting out these high-end vehicles, what are some of the requirements that you look for people, or that you ask for people to have when they come to, when they come and be ready to rent out a car?
Yeah, the number one first qualifier is anyone who wants to rent a vehicle from me or companies like mine, or you have to bring your own car insurance to the table. So you have to already have a U.S. Car insurance policy. It has to be active. It has to cover the rental. There's a handful of requirements on the policy that all have to be approved. And then if your insurance does cover the rental or the car that you want to rent, then you're good to go. There's also a handful of other checks that we do just to make sure that we're being safe and protecting the cars. But the main thing is you need to make sure that you have your own insurance that covers that vehicle.
Now, does it have to be full coverage, or does it have to be liability, or does it matter?
So you do have to have full coverage insurance, which means it needs to have comprehensive and collision that covers rental cars. So you have to have both, and you have to have deductibles that you can afford. There are some people that have like $500 deductibles, and there's people that can have thousands of dollar deductibles. And so those things might affect, for example, if you have to rent a car with a security deposit, the deductible size on your insurance policy might impact the size of the deposit that a company like mine or like others might ask you to put down before you get the keys.
Gotcha. And you said that you worked with another rental company before you started your own?
Several, yeah. Yeah, I worked for a handful of companies. So I've actually seen a bunch of different ways that you can do this business. And I've picked, the best ways, in my opinion, and the ways that I think I can protect myself the best and let the most amount of people enjoy these cars. And so my whole business and what I'm trying to do is to get as nice of vehicles as I can, the most exclusive, exotic, rare, like stuff that most people might not ever see, and make it as affordable as possible for people that have good insurance. You have to be qualified first, has to cover the car, but I'm trying to make it affordable to go drive some crazy cars. Because the cars are meant to be driven at the end of the day.
Right.
It's a shame that there's a lot of really, really cool cars that'll just, never see the light of day. They might sit in a garage their whole life and collect dust. And so what I'm doing is the opposite of that. It's taking these cars and basically putting them out on the road every day. So
Absolutely. I mentioned earlier in the show, for those who are just now tuning in, that I will be doing a merch giveaway. The trivia question is coming up here soon. But before I get into that, Rob, I want to ask you also, what are some of your goals for 2024 concerning your company, Rushing Rentals?
So I have a handful of revenue goals, some growth goals. What I really would like to do next is I've got a plan. I'm not telling too many people about it, but a plan that basically is going to change the marketing of my company. And if it goes through, you're going to see it on my profile pretty soon. There's some strategic purchases I need to make. A lot of those I'm kind of keeping secret and letting people I'm surprising people as I do it. I think there's a lot of people out there who know me in the car scene already, maybe aren't anticipating just how fast I can grow this business. And so that is part of the fun for me is pushing myself, pushing the business, and surprising those along the way. I didn't think I would make it this far this fast. Luckily I've gotten to meet a lot of really great people over the years working for different companies or just being involved in the automotive space in general. And as soon as I announced like this is what I'm doing, this is the path I'm taking, I had a lot of immediate support and a lot of people that wanted to work with me from day one. So it's really felt like a long time coming. I feel super lucky to be in the position I am, and there's a lot of investors and people that want to see me continue to grow this. And I think my friends, family, people that are supporting the business are just going to be really surprised at the things I have planned over the next couple months.
Absolutely. So one way to rent a car from you, or you get a person's information, is by going to your website. So let me pull up your website so we can talk about it just a little bit.
Okay.
You guys who are looking for the website is in the description, and you can also see it scrolling down below at www.rushingrentals.co. Not .com, not .org, not .net, .co. Okay. So definitely click the link in the description if you're watching on YouTube, and click on the link in the caption if you're watching on Facebook. So my question for you, Rob, is look at this beautiful website. Who designed this website?
So actually, I built this using GoDaddy. It's a really cheap, and basically it's free to edit and build a website on GoDaddy, but you do need to pay for the premium services, premium hosting, and to get it a secured SSL on the website. But all this can be built for free using their builder. There's no special coding. A little bit of HTML knowledge helps make it look kind of just the way you want. But I'm not a coder by any means. I don't know code language at all. I barely know HTML. And if there's any issues I have using the GoDaddy's builder, I'll just go to YouTube and ask, like, how do I make this look slightly better? And I'll just go out and teach myself. And it's pretty easy. It just it takes a bit of iteration. It takes maybe a couple outside opinions, other eyeballs to go through it and offer feedback. And you try to take in as much feedback as you can and then tweak and make better version after version after version. So websites are not just a grind for a couple hours, press post, and you're done. To have a website means you are getting on it as often as you can, making it just 1% better each day. And that's what I try to do here, whether it's adding more pages, adding more frequently asked questions, as you've got pulled up, just trying to make it as easy to use and two parts: easy to use, easy for people to understand, and the other side of it is I want it to load really fast. I want it to rank really well, and there's some design things that you can do to make websites populate more, whether it's the speed, the type of content you use. Like, these look like just normal pictures, but there's a image file type that you can use that just loads faster on websites as opposed to like a JPEG or a HEC file. There's like a WebP, for example, is a type of image file that just loads faster. So getting all the content you want to use, converting it, writing your alt text, meta text, all that stuff goes into building a website like this. And it's long from being done. It's got a lot of work that I still need to do, but
well, it looks really amazing.
Well, thank you.
It really does. I can tell that you. I thought somebody else did it for you, if I'm being honest.
No.
But
Oh,
yeah,
sorry. I
but
think I
yeah,
cut off.
I'm cutting off probably because I have this other tab open.
Apologize.
But it looks really good, and I'm glad that that I was able to book you as a guest today. Rob, do you have any shout outs you would like to give today on the show?
Oh, I've got probably a super long list. If I don't know how many people are tuning in now. I think a lot of people might catch the video later, but I got to say thank you to basically every client that's booked cars with me, my fellow rally drivers that have booked cars to go on drives with me, um, my vehicle investors, people have trusted me with cars, people have trusted me with their really expensive vehicles to go do my job appropriately and rent it out for them. I got to say thank you to all those people and everyone who's bought my merch. That does help a lot too. So I appreciate that quite a bit.
Absolutely. So, Rob, I want to say I'll share with you backstage how many interviews I've done since July, because that's when I started doing these interviews. What number interview do you think yours is tonight?
You told me, and I remember. You told me I'm number 19. So
Number 19.
yeah.
So the question for the merch is, what episode number is this? And Rob just told you guys. So this is episode number 19. I have been grinding as usual. And if you guys want any merchandise, inbox me, DM me either on Facebook, on Instagram, or if you happen to stumble upon this on TikTok, inbox me there as well, and I will be more than happy to send you some merchandise. Again, man, shout out to Daily Shots, shout out to Queese that just tapped in, and I'm planning on doing more merchandise. Giveaways. I already have a graphic that I did through Canva. I just haven't released it. Nobody has seen the graphic yet, and I think it's one of my best yet. So,
Sounds good.
so Rob, you sent me some footage that you posted last week from the rally concerning a McLaren Senna. Um, do you know who the owner was?
I met him. I know he's got a pretty big Instagram profile. I have to look up and remind myself what his name is, but um, I know that McLaren is a recent purchase for him, and everyone on the rally was pretty surprised that he was going to beat up on it like that. But it was really cool to watch.
Now, I know that you've been in the car scene for a hot minute with all these, different companies that you've worked for, but have you ever seen a McLaren Senna do donuts?
That was the first time for sure. No, I had never seen. I've never seen that. I've seen like SVJs doing donuts before. I think I've seen like rollouts. Like I've seen Bugattis before, like peel out of a parking lot or peel out of a show, which is pretty cool to watch. But I've never seen somebody take a Senna and just really rip on it like that before. Other than maybe Damon from Daily Driven Exotics, I just haven't seen that car in person yet. But I've seen videos of him ripping up on his Senna. But that's other than that, I've never seen it.
So, for those who haven't followed you yet, I want to give the audience a treat tonight, and I want to play the footage from your profile that you have allowed me and given me permission to play. So, you guys, we're going to take the back seat real quick, and we're going to play this 28-second clip of this. What is it? A $2 million car?
I think it's more than that. I think it might be 2.2, 2.3. I'm not sure.
So we're gonna check out this $2 million McLaren Senna doing donuts from the rally that you were just on, right?
Yes,
All
sir.
right, guys, man. Don't forget to check out his Instagram. All links are in the description, and definitely check out his website, rushingrentals.co, to buy merch, to rent, and wherever you live at, he can make sure that you are accommodated. So definitely tap in with him, support him tonight. Let's go ahead and check out this $2 million McLaren Senna doing donuts. Check it out.
Start the car up? Is it loud? It is loud. I'll start this car up. You'll sit up in the seat. And then you'll... I read the car before. Alright. Hold this brake in and then push that button if you can. Push the button. Yep, hold that brake in. Push that button. Press the gas and rev it. This one. Not this one. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah! What do you say?
You want to stand behind it and hear it? It's louder if you go stand behind.
Come on, let's go stand behind it just a little. Back up just a little. What's going on, man? Yeah, I drove to the wrong location. Oh, shit.
That last clip was awesome.
Hey, man, we got more to come. We got an SVJ shooting down the street. We got Tristan and his cousin, like I said, in a Charger SRT. Not sure if it was a Hellcat or not, but definitely giving it some revs. And he loves revving. Like, I don't put him up to it. It's just something that he just loves to do, and the camera just happens to be rolling when it happens. So I'm thankful.
Seemed like he'd done that a few times before.
Yeah, I think that was his second time. The first time we were at, have you heard of Triple F Collection?
Oh yeah.
So Triple F, they do this huge Midwest event every June called the event, and we went to the event too in 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
The event is called the event.
The event is called the event. That's what it's called.
Okay.
And we were just walking up and down the parking lot, and he just happened to see this Audi. It was a black Audi, and the owner just happened to be nearby. He asked Tristan if he wanted to sit inside of it, and I'm like, Tristan, I don't know if he's gonna let you sit inside of it. Like, he overheard us talking. He was like, oh, he's fine, he can sit in it. So he got in the car, and out of nowhere he put the key in the ignition and turned it on. And Tristan is like revving it. I didn't get none of this on camera, by the way. I'm sad, but he started revving, and the owner had a friend that was in like a lawn chair in the back by the muffler. By the pipe, and like you can see his friend like lifting up his leg. So it was quite the experience. So since then, he's been wanting to rev any and every car, like the Lamborghini that we saw pull out, the Lam Green one.
Yeah.
We saw that one December 23rd at a toy drive with Dad Quest. That's who put on that event. And he was like, Dad, can we rev it? And I was like, Tristan, I don't think he's gonna let you rev it.
Might be harder to rev the Aventador. Those owners are a bit particular.
Yeah. But luckily, Pavin, who's the owner, he gave us a couple revs as he was
nice.
leave, and we saw it slide through the rain and then went down the street. So it was quite the clip, I might add. So I edited the clip and I sent it to Steve, Pavin, and the crew. Definitely go back and check out that interview from January to find out how they started, how they met each other, and so forth. Rob, with you being, the entrepreneur, renting out these cars. I'm sure down in Miami, it's a crazy car exotic scene. Do you guys plan on doing any like car meets or private events or like car reveals or anything?
So the car scene down here is very active. there's a very big car meet once a month called Supercar Saturday. And
Yes,
it happens. You're familiar with?
I am.
Yep, yep. You've been before, right?
I have not, but I would like to.
Well, when you come down, let me know. The organizer of that event is a good friend of mine. His name's Floyd Ragg, and he just puts on a really killer show. Some crazy cars come out. It happens every single month. So that's a car show that I always try to be at. I don't like to miss any of them. And then throughout the year, I think there's 2 months out of the year they do a slightly different show. Same organizer, but instead of Supercar Saturday, they'll do something called Exotics at the Point, which is basically a different location, but a more intense car show. More cars, crazier things come out, and a lot of people look forward to that. Then there's another month where there's an event called Motor Car Cavalcade, and that's out on a green. It's very like concourse style, very high end. You can compare it to car meets like Quail or like Pebble Beach. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Very, very, very more elevated. That happened. All those type of shows will happen once a month, and I try to go to those all the time. But there are tons of little meetups and smaller niche groups, like 20, 30 cars at a time, because those shows I'm talking about are hundreds of cars at a time. But there's smaller meets that happen all the time. And a handful of guys and I are talking about getting a small group together to maybe do our own. We've got a name, a website, social media is locked in, but we haven't officially announced it yet. So when you were asking me earlier, what are some of the things that you're planning to do to grow your business? What are some things that we've got in the works? A car meet and cruise is something that we're actively working on and should be announcing here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that.
Well, I am definitely looking forward to it. I am very much familiar with Concourse of the Elegance, which is kind of like that Quail show that you were talking about. They have one here in Cincinnati every year. And last year, I was actually honored to be a part of the media. I have the T-shirt in the back and everything.
Cool.
In 2021, in 2022, I was a spectator. But in 2023, I was, part of the media. So for us to go in on a Sunday before general admission opens, to get the cars to ourselves, to do all the photography, and to have my son along with me, it was quite the experience. The only thing that was bad about that day was that it rained, and we were not prepared. So
I think it rained at the Concourse show in Miami too this year. Funny enough, I think rain closed it early, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Funny enough.
Wow. Do you watch, what is his name? Tanner Connor Vehicle Versions?
I'm familiar with the channel. Yeah. I think I subscribe. I don't know how many videos I catch. I'm not tuned in as often as I should, but I know who you're talking about.
So whatever his name is, Tanner Connor, whatever it is, he was at a like a F1 event, and it was raining. Like you can see the rain, you can hear the rain hitting his microphone and everything. But he was like, "I'm out here trying to get this content for you guys." So I definitely understand the grind now when it comes to rain, getting content, and everything in between. Like no bad weather is going to stop a show if it's much on. So that's awesome.
Do you shoot on iPhone or are you shooting on a professional camera?
I am not. I'm just shooting on the phone.
On the phone.
Yeah, so hopefully this year I can upgrade. Me and my sister were talking about some things back behind the scenes.
Okay.
We get an iPhone hopefully sometime soon. I see we got a couple comments in the chat, but I don't see any questions, which is okay. With you being an entrepreneur with these high-end cars, do you often invite detailers to come out? Do you use one detail company? How do you guys detail all the cars?
So I like to get my hands dirty and I'll clean a lot of the cars myself. So I'll do a lot of it. I do a lot of it, but there is a detailer that I work with that handles basically overflow. So if there's too much going on in one day, like weeks like Miami Music Week right now, or for example, Art Basel in December, or like an upcoming busy time that I'm expecting is F1 when it comes to Miami. Those really busy times, I'm going to need to outsource. I'm not going to be able to do all the cleaning. There's just not enough time, I'll have to go and deliver cars, or I'll be doing the marketing or doing the contracts and all that stuff. So in times like that, I'll outsource it. But when I can, I like to do it all myself.
Absolutely. Rob, what made you want to do merch, and who designed your logo?
Well, the merch was the idea was an immediate way for some friends and family to support me when I told people what I'm doing. Um, it's not it's kind of weird for people just to give you money if you need help to grow a business. It's better to offer some sort of value. So that's what I did here. Is I made these as affordable as I could. They're print on demand, so there's some fees built into it for the company that produces them on the fly. But those are t-shirts, hoodies, there's hats, cups, just random stuff like that that all has this logo on it. The logo was designed by a really, really good friend of mine, but I think he would rather be named by his design studio, which let me find the actual name. 13 Tresse. I'll have to tell you what the name of the actual design company is called, but it's a good buddy of mine I've known for years who's also really deep in the car community, a little more on the JDM side. But just know that this design came from a really great person who comes from the car world, very much entrenched in the JDM scene. And I told him that I wanted something kind of minimalist, clean, that kind of wraps up rushing rentals together. And he came up with this all on his own, and I really love how it came out. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Rockstar Games logo. It kind of reminds me. It just looks super modern. It kind of reminds me of an old skateboard brand. I don't know if you see it, but once he showed it to me, he asked if there's any iterations. Do I want to change stuff? Is there anything else I want to tweak? And I'm like, no, no, no. This is it. This is perfect. So I just went ahead and found a website like Printify that offers a lot of blank materials. Like this hoodie is one of my favorite suppliers. It's called Comfort Colors. So they take a blank Comfort Colors hoodie and they print the logo on top of it. So when you order this shirt, the actual inside seam tag says Comfort Colors. It's just like a super high quality hoodie for a pretty affordable price. It's because Rushing Rentals is not a huge luxury brand name yet. You know what I mean? This is just kind of an avenue for people to support me and what I'm doing. And I think it looks cool. So it's a win-win.
Gotcha. Well, that's amazing that you outsourcing. You asked your good friend to help you with a logo. I've had people. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a professional or nothing like that. But I think some of my pictures there, they're nice.
I
I
like
took
this.
I took a at when I played the 3-minute video with the Lexus LFA. When I played that in the beginning, I took a shot of the purple McLaren with the doors up, and it looked really nice. Truth be told, that picture was taken on an accident. I'm just being honest. It was taken on an accident, and the lady who organizes the Midnight Runners car meets, she asked, hey, can you do a graphic for me for my, upcoming season opener? And I'm like, yeah, I want things to be done as professional as possible because I want people to be seen, and I want things done in decency and in order. And if there's any way I can make your business a little more professional, then I'm going to offer my graphic services for free. So I took the picture and I made the graphic. The graphic is really nice. No burnouts, no revving, no hooning. Put the date on there. It went from a 2 p.m. show to an 11 p.m. show. And I'm like, bro, who's going to come out at midnight for a season opener? But hey, maybe you might know somebody. I don't know. I won't be there. I'll be somewhere asleep.
Yeah.
But they canceled the event a couple of days ago, which is the same lady who I shared with you that wanted to do an interview. I'm looking forward to connecting with Lacey as well as the other organizers, Eastgate Car Meets and Cruises. I think Jesse, who was on the show back in September, he's in a private group of Infinity owners and stuff like that. Modified Collective, I think is what they call themselves. They were down at the Cavalcade show back in January, which was at the Duke Energy Center. And then I'm just open to a little bit of everything, whether if it's cars, bikes. If you got a custom stroller for your newborn, I want to channel. Okay. Anyway, I'm just enjoying the car scene and just how much love and appreciation people show to their vehicles, and also to my son who's 7. because it's not. I believe every child loves cars, whether their parents are into cars or not, whether it's Hot Wheels, real life cars, building cars, model sets, doesn't matter. Every child somewhere in their adolescent stage, they love cars. And to see my son who's 7 take and grasp that can be an inspiration to another kid. For my son who's 7 to go to school and brag like, "Hey man, my dad got a YouTube channel. What you and your daddy got?" Go out and do that. I feel like I'm doing something right. So
Absolutely.
so it's always an experience when you go out to these different car meets, whether they are private events, whether there's hooning going on, or just people just leaving out fast, or pulls, or whatever the case may be, or just just pulling in, just showing off the car. Everybody everywhere is a different car enthusiast for different reasons. Um, like you got in the cars for different reasons than me. So
Mm.
I'm glad that you are here tonight, Rob. We're talking about your business. With those who are watching tonight who maybe want to start their business, or just do something different in life, what's some encouragement? What's some advice that you can give them?
I think that if you want to do a business like what I'm doing, a really great way to start is using a platform like Turo, for example. That just gets your feet wet, shows you the ins and outs and how to rent out a car. And what's great about Turo is they offer their own insurance. So if God forbid an accident happens, for the most part, you're covered. And there's different coverage plans. And you go through the steps. It's very easy to understand. Turo is a really great way to get started in an industry like this. But say you want to go do your own business in a totally different industry, totally different niche, but you just need little words of encouragement. I think it really it takes you deciding. You just actually have to internally decide, and you have to go 100% in. I don't think having one foot in one path, one foot in another is a good way to do your own business. I think if you're going to go all in is the only way it'll survive. At least in my case, the only way this business was going to work if this is taking 100% of my time and energy. I couldn't split among several things. I just think you got to bring that to whatever business, whether you're still in school, you want to bring that type of energy to your school, go all in, whether it's your job and you're fighting for a promotion, or if you want to go separate and do your own business, it's going to take 100% of you. And I just think you need to not be scared to dive. If that's the path you're going to take, you need to dive in. Don't be scared, and the fruits of your labor will pay off. It'll be 100% worth it.
Amen. So don't be afraid to take risks. Jump first, ask questions later.
You'll figure it out.
For sure, absolutely. And Rob, if I can be honest with you 100%, like I do interviews. I've been doing radio for 8 years. I'm sorry, since 2016.
Yeah.
With people in the faith-based community sharing their testimonies, music videos, and everything. So when I started the Kruisin with KS, I didn't know exactly who was going to say yes about doing interviews, which took me a year to finally put it out there.
Mm.
And how I did it was that a good friend of mine, Johnny, who lives in Florida, he goes to these dealerships and he flies across the country to see these different high-end cars and etc. Johnny, I sent him the flyer, the advertisement flyer that I had made. Because again, I had been doing graphics on the radio side since 2016. So I got a little bit of practice.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the graphic and I sent it to him. And I was like, bro, let me know what you think. Give me your opinion. Johnny did not write me back. He just slapped it on his story and tagged me. I was like, oh, not what I asked you to do. I want you to tell me if this is fire, if this is worth posting, is it readable? He was like, oh, my bad. Well, I like it, as you can tell, because I put it on my
Yeah.
So from that reaction, from that response, I put it out there and I was like, hey, I'm open to doing interviews. And I just started inboxing random people. If you follow me, I'm inboxing you. Hey, I'm KS. I'm looking to do interviews with you for my YouTube channel to expand, grow, and network. And surprisingly, everybody has said yes, including you. I've had one person tell me no because I don't have enough followers.
Yeah.
Which is okay. I'm okay with that because in order to get yeses, sometimes you have to get no's.
Absolutely.
For one door to be open, some doors have to be closed. So I definitely understand. But I enjoy the young lady's content, and she enjoys mine as well. So with with you running the business, I'm sure you have been told no in your lifespan. With either with your company, Rushing Rentals, or
Mhm.
with the previous companies that you work with. So how do you keep yourself motivated during those no's?
I think no's is part of the journey. You can't. It won't be worth. No journey is worth pursuing without highs and lows, right? So the lows are actually just as important. I think in business, to overcome no's, you can turn into a sport. There's different ways you can convince people and turning them into yes. And getting good at flipping somebody, for example, and like getting them onto your side. A lot of that has to do with proving yourself and having maybe other trustworthy people believe in you. And a lot of the time, that's all it takes to really convince somebody what you're saying is the truth. I'm a strong believer is you got to show it first. Everyone can talk, but who can walk? You know, I think you can apply that to all aspects of life.
Absolutely. So we got a couple music videos. Well, not a couple music videos, but I have one music video from my bro Trinity Trey, who was my guest not too long ago on the KS radio show. Inbox me if you guys want to check out that interview. And then I have an interview with a car owner named Jake, who has a Ferrari F8 here in Cincinnati from the Trunk or Treat event back in October. So we're going to play this quick interview, and then we're going to play Trinity Trey's video, and then we're going to come back and hopefully end the show with Rob with some more questions, maybe some more advice, maybe some car garage goals, and etc. But if you guys have any questions, if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, definitely type the questions in the comment section. I will put them on the screen, and Rob will answer them before he gets out of here, because we all know that he's a busy man. He has some other things that he needs to do with his team, and maybe check out some last minute rentals that need to go out to be delivered to some of his clients and customers. So
Absolutely.
if you guys want to check out his profile, I have his personal page, which is Robert M. Rushing, in the description. His business, Rushing Rentals, in the description, and then his website as well in the banner and also in the description. So definitely check him out. Definitely support his business, whether you can buy a coffee cup for $11 or
Yeah.
a hoodie. I looked at all the prices, and guess what? I even bought some merch tonight. So I'm
Oh,
excited to
thank
get
you. I appreciate that.
my hat and my t-shirt. I'm gonna be swagged out when the package get here at the front door. I'm gonna turn on the camera. We're gonna do a whole unboxing video. I'm gonna make it a big thing. I'm gonna put some music behind it, and we're gonna go viral. Amen.
Amen, dude.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to Pearl. Appreciate you for checking in tonight. Let's go ahead and get into this interview with Jake, and you guys check out the music video from Trinity Trey. Somebody tag Trinity Trey in the chat. Let them know that I'm playing this song tonight. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this interview with Kathy, myself, and Jake. Check it out.
We're here today with
My name's Jake.
and
And KS, what's
Yes.
going on, everybody?
What's up, guys?
hi guys. This is Kathy from Kathy Speaks 2.0.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let Jake tell us a little bit about his beautiful Ferrari here,
Yep.
and then we may talk about a few things going on in our community and just let you guys get to know us.
Yep.
So go ahead, Jake.
Well, this is a Ferrari F8. It's a 2021. It's a Spider. It's very fast. Top speed 217. 0 to 62.5. Although it's rear-wheel drive, so trying to get that 0 to 60 to actually perform right is kind of difficult, but it's really fun. A lot of people look at it and love it, so get to meet a lot of new, nice people like you guys, and the car brings us all together. So.
What are some of the unique features about your car?
Well, the speed and the look is definitely something cool about it. The red interior, that's kind of rare. You don't see a lot of cars with red interior. Yeah, it's just a cool, fast car. So.
Now, I got a question. What made you choose Ferrari over any other car manufacturer?
Actually, that's a funny story. So I'm more of a Lamborghini guy, but for the show, because it's more expensive, I brought the Ferrari.
Okay.
So, because it's a more expensive car.
It's a cool car.
Yeah.
It's a cool car.
But,
We got cool cars and cool people out here.
Yep.
The Roses.
Here in Norwood.
In Norwood.
Shout out to Endless Car Culture. They help organize this, and it's their first one. So hopefully, if we don't mess it up,
Yeah.
we can come back next year or maybe do something in the spring. But we appreciate you guys watching. Some questions for the youth.
Sure.
Because everybody likes cool cars, right,
Mhm.
Kathy?
Right.
So how can someone,
you know, what's some life advice that you can give someone so hopefully one day they can own something like this?
So number one, do not mess up your credit when you're young. That is the key. You cannot buy real estate. You cannot start a business. Well, you can start a business. You can't grow a business very easily without credit. Okay. You can't do a lot of things without credit. Do not mess up your credit. And if you do mess it up, be quick to fix it. Don't let that credit sit and get bad and get into 500s. Keep it high. That's the best advice I can give straight up right off the rip. Number two, don't trade time for money. Trade time for money. You end up working for someone else, you make someone else rich. Become your own boss as soon as possible. Whether it's cutting grass, whether it's doing dishes, detailing cars. I got a lot of young guys like to detail cars, being photographers, whatever. For me, what I did was I started mowing grass, turned it into landscaping, turned it into construction. Construction. Oh, that's a Hellcat. Construction went from, you know, investing into real estate. And real estate's where all the money's at, but still do construction. So, I mean, that's basically the best advice I can give. Don't trade time for money. Keep your credit good. Be your own boss.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. That's great information.
Thank you. Thank you.
Some great nuggets for you guys. Make sure you listen carefully and take notes.
Yeah. And stay out of trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble. I did that when I was young.
Cutting grass, detailing cars. There's a lot of things you can do to make your own money.
Painting, all types of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for interviewing me. So,
awesome. Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you.
Life a movie shot by Scholar Kid.
Hey, check this out. Cordell Page up in there. We're going to get in there, get out, get the money, get the jewels, and smash. You feel me?
Yeah, let's have it.
That's hood. Hey, you got that? You got it. What's up with it? You know what?
Who is this? Hello?
Hey, what's happening? Yeah, no, this is Trinity Trey.
Okay.
What's on, boy? Yeah, he was talking about me coming through and doing a song with you, man.
Oh, yeah, that's cool, man. Check it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sing you my love, right? And you slide on it. We can make that happen.
Okay, yeah, then I'll slide through. See you in a second. Peace and blessings.
All right, man. Say less.
Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up, switch it up, switch it up. Hey, if you looking for a change, time to switch it up. Stay up in your lane and never switch it up. Life ain't been the same once I switch it up. Try not to complain and go and switch it up. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up, switch it up. Life ain't been the same once I switched it up. Jesus really came and he switched it up. Boy, I'm loving where I'm at, cause where I came from. Devil heard I was a threat for the king, huh? Attack after attack, but it ain't mean nothing. I used to only drop to my knees when I need something. My life fell into pieces, watch them pick it up.
Now the hold me in the body bag, zip it up. Like a refund, change came quick enough. I've been in weight training, watch how fast I lift him up. It's crazy they don't wanna see the change in me. Ever since I switched it up, they ain't been the same with me. Pray for the day that the homies change with me. Boys in the hood link with Trey like my name Ricky. If you looking for a change, time to switch it up. Stay up in your lane and never switch it up. Life ain't been the same once I switched it up. Try not to complain and go and switch it up. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up, switch it up. Life ain't been the same once I switched it up. Jesus really came and he switched it up.
I was stuck in heaven, was supposed to been a reverend. Caught up in the streets, powder blue 111. My whole crew's some felons, depend on who you're telling. Salvation hit, God switch what I'm selling. Brand new distro, well he's really old. Alpha and Omega, took control. I chose submit, what's already written. On fire for the Lord, keeps me lit. If it don't burn, it'll purify. I plead the blood, don't believe the lie. Been comatose, refused to die. He brought me back, the great El Shaddai.
If you looking for a change, time to switch it up. Stay up in your lane and never switch it up. Life ain't been the same once I switched it up. Try not to complain and go and switch it up. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up, switch it up. Life ain't been the same once I switched it up. Jesus really came and he switched it up.
Y'all,
I want to wrap it.
did you hear him? Tell him again.
I want to wrap it.
All right, hang on. He's gonna pull you up. You reach down there? You reach down there? Hang on, wait, let me get a video.
The one on the right.
Hang on. All right, go ahead.
Tristan, can you tap it just a little? Vroom, 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 vroom. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Just a little. Just a little. Okay, let it go. Do it again. Okay. All right, y'all. Man, what do y'all say?
Thank you.
Of course, y'all have a good day.
Yeah.
Be safe today.
All right, y'all. We are back. Rob, man, what you think about that Trinity Trey Switch It Up video?
That was a cool video, but I was definitely distracted by the car videos following.
Well, I told you guys early in the show that that we was going to play my son revving the Charger SRT, which was at a Porsche event. It was at a Porsche Day event at in Eclipse Window Tinting, which is a company here that does a lot of tinting, a lot of things, with cars. So I'm looking forward to that third open house this year in June, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and hopefully we can go. They've already liked my posts and everything. I'm excited to see what will show up this year because last year I missed it and I was heartbroken. But this year I'm not gonna miss it. I'm definitely not gonna miss it. Did you enjoy the SVJ pool video
Oh
and
yeah.
revving the cars and burnouts and stuff?
Yeah, I thought it was cool when it's your son that said he wants to rev it, and then that guy, he goes in and switches it, I think, to track mode so it was louder.
Yeah,
That's really cool. I think there's an unspoken rule amongst car owners that if a kid like is staring at your car, that you let him get in, you let him play with it a bit, and that's what makes car enthusiasts is like engagements, little interactions like that. So cool.
absolutely. Now again, I tell you, we've been going to car events since 2021, and at one event, I think I got it on video. Like the Miatas, they have
Pop
the
up
headlight,
headlights. Yeah, yeah.
and he had a funny horn to go with the Miata, and I think I got it all on video with my son and my nephew. So it's a pleasure to see his face light up. As you guys could tell from the when he revved the pink Charger, he smiled while he was doing it, and then he asked. Well, he didn't ask. He said, "I wanted to rev the car." So
Oh
it's
yeah.
definitely a delight to him. And for him to go to school and say, "Oh, me and my dad, we rented a Tesla," or me and my dad, we got a YouTube channel, or my dad, check out our shirt. So it's like just real stuff like that. It brings a smile to my soul. It really does. Shout out to my bro Benjamin Gideon, aka Refugee, checking in from I think Arizona or California. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight, bro. Refugee, if you have any questions for my guest, Rob, who is an entrepreneur, he is the founder and owner behind Rushing Rentals, which is an exotic car rental company down in Miami. They rent out to different people, high end clients as well as, regular people like yourself and I. I think Refugee works for a mechanic shop, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
So he loves to get his hands dirty and he loves cars as well. He just happens to love Jesus and music. And in case if anybody has any questions, type them in the comment section, and I'll put them on the screen so Rob can answer them. But we are toward the end of the show, so if you are just now tuning in, check out the replay, rewind its bad boy, and check out what Rob had to say early in the show, from advice, how he got into cars, what are some events he's planning this upcoming car season. Well, it's car season every day down in Florida, but yeah. Rob, last question.
Mm-hmm.
If well, two questions.
Okay.
What is your dream car? And
Man,
then the second one is, if you had a car garage goal, money is not an option, what would your garage look like? So dream car,
Okay.
and then unlimited car garage goal.
So, dream car of mine, I'm a huge fan of the Ferrari Monza SP1. It's not a typical answer, but the Monza SP1 is actually a one-seater. It's a front-engine V12. It's the same engine that's in the 812 Superfast, same engine that's in what was the F12. It's just like a legendary motor, but the idea of pairing that with a no windshield, one-seater, just a really raw automotive experience, that to me is the ultimate car. So I see it. It even comes with like a matching helmet. So however you got your Monza painted, comes with a helmet that you wear. There's not a big windshield. It's an open cockpit, just one seat. And the car looks crazy, but it's paired with a really, really beautiful motor. It sounds incredible. It's just very expensive and limited, but that's a dream car of mine. I think it's unique. I don't think very many people pick that as their number one car, but that's it for me. Then if it was a dream garage, right? Like have different cars and money's not an object, I would try to break it down into like what's a really great daily, what's a good like pull out to the car shows or like a Saturday night type of car, and then I would want a track car. And for my track car, I'd probably pick the Apollo IE Dragon. That is an insane car, and I believe the drivetrain's actually derived from a Ferrari V12 engine. So it's got a lot of DNA from the brand that I'm currently most obsessed with. But if you've ever seen an Apollo IE, it is a full carbon body hypercar. It looks insane. It sounds insane. You should check it out. Apollo. It's a crazy car. That'd probably be my track car. It's hard to say what my everyday car would be. I personally really enjoy the Urus. I think down in my industry and in Miami, it's really popular. It's really, really common. But for me, what the Urus represents is the ability to show a Lamborghini to you and your friends all at once. So you get to take a group of people with you and go drive in a Lamborghini as a group, which up until the Urus just wasn't an option. It's always been a two-seater. And it's always been viewed as a really exclusive thing. Like only the super wealthy, the elites or famous people can drive cars like that. But the Urus is a bit more approachable. It definitely doesn't blend in, but when you compare it to like the Aventador and the Huracan, the Urus will blend in with traffic. It's a little more low-key, but still a hell of a fun experience to drive. You can take your friends with you. That's a really great daily. Man, the last option, that like Saturday car, what you pull out to the car shows, I'd have to think about that a little bit. I mean, maybe the Monza SP1, that Ferrari, the Monza SP1 would probably be it. Because you can't daily a car like that. If it rains, you're screwed. So,
right. With all of your years in the the car automotive field, what has been your favorite car that you have seen personally?
Being in South Florida, I get to attend a lot of. Are you familiar with Prestige Imports or Brett David? Have you heard those names before?
I have.
Yep. So Pagani of Miami, right, is an arm of that family tree of dealerships. And Pagani Miami does events throughout the year, one of which is Miami Concourse, which is in the Design District. It's a neighborhood down here. They shut down the shopping plaza. They roll out red carpets on the streets, and they put some of the most exclusive hypercars you've ever seen out on the road. And every year, or at least for the past 2 years, they've unveiled or announced a new Pagani. And I've been there and visible and seen them pull the curtain back and reveal a brand new. I think last time was a Tempesta, or there was like a race car. There's a race version of a Huayra. I've just seen some crazy Paganis get unveiled. That's probably the most fun experience, is watching a brand new hypercar in real life get revealed in front of a crowd. Everyone goes crazy. Everyone's phones are out. But those Paganis are just so intricate, really visually different. So you can stare at it and like kind of discover new curves or new body lines. The longer you look at it, you're just going to find out more about the car. So much to look at. So probably that.
Yeah. Definitely have enjoyed you. Have you enjoyed this interview?
Likewise. Thank you for having me.
Has it been anything that you have expected?
I tuned in to one of your interviews before, so I kind of knew what it was going to be like. And then I'm lucky enough to get prepped with some questions. So you said this is kind of what the interview is going to be like, so I had an idea. But it was fun. I definitely recommend it to anyone else who's thinking about coming on Cruising with KS. It's a fun time.
Well, I know you and your team, you guys are busy. Hopefully I can interview some of your team members, maybe your photographer, the person who does the editing, maybe a detail or two that you coincide with, that you co-labor with. I do know when I came down in December to the 1K Motorsports Toy Drive event, Flo was actually tagged in the post. So I followed him from the hotel room before I left for the event. And you guys did a unveiling of looked like some kind of white race car out of what was the name of that show? Man, it was a white car that they unveiled like 2 weeks or like a week ago. What was the name of it?
They've got some pretty crazy cars. I've seen they've got an STO. They've got some Super Trofeo Huracans that they've homologated to drive on the street. They've got some pretty cool stuff over there. Could have been anything.
The name of the show will come to me after the interview, I promise. What's up, Wendy Rodriguez? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Actually, let me see if I can go to his Instagram page. I know Flo. He helped uncover it. So let me see if I can pull it up. So it was the. Oh man, what did you take it down? Is this it? No, that's not it. No, no, no. This one with the doors open.
Let's see. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Couldn't tell you. That looks unique.
Yeah. Oh man, and that's the only picture too. Nothing
Maybe it's
else.
still top secret.
Anyway, it was white. I saw Flo pull the cover off of it. Maybe he was doing like a live show or something. From March 9th. Yeah, it doesn't say. Fiddlesticks. Anyway, you guys uncovered a car, and I thought it was pretty cool. I have to come down to a Supercars of Saturday event very soon because you guys definitely put on a great event. The next one looks like April 13th or something.
Yeah, it's the second Saturday of every month. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely got to come down and get some more content with you guys. But I'm looking forward to just networking. Hopefully, I can get Flo on the show. Hopefully, I can get Camilo from 1K Motorsports or anybody from his team on the show. And you know me, just continue to network and grind, sell merch, support you as you bring more merch in different colors. I know that business is booming right now. Hopefully, you guys will just continue to boom. It's car season is every day down there. Has there ever been a car that you have seen but couldn't capture?
You mean to shoot or photograph?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's some fast cars down here. Man, that happens every day. Yeah, that happens all the time. Just being down here, you get to see. I call South Florida like supercar mecca. You see some crazy things just randomly out on the street. It'll be a Tuesday afternoon, and the Bugatti will drive past you for no reason.
Yeah,
and, I love it down here for that.
Absolutely. What are some things that you enjoy about the car community? And then I have another trick question after that one.
So, I'm relatively new to the car community. I around 2019 started really going to events, meeting people, and connecting. So I before then I had no idea really what the car community was anything like, and getting to meet so many different people. What I found is cars unite so many people from so many different walks of life, so many different communities, different nationalities, cultures, just everything. People just love cars. It almost seems like in human nature too. And what's cool about that is if you are deeply invested in the same car community, it just lets you connect to people you otherwise would have never had the chance to. So I've gotten to meet some really unique people, made some really great friends just from going to car shows, meeting people that are just obsessed with cars. It's easy to relate, easy to set up plans, go hang out with, so I use the car scene kind of as a crutch. If I want to go meet some people, if I want to go network, I'll just go to a car show. We already have something in common,
Absolutely. The trick question is, what do you not like about the car community?
Man, my gut says I should say I don't like the takeovers, the part of the car community like hooning that's a bit dangerous, or some would even say is ruining the car community. There's aspects that, but my counter argument is there's aspects to that I really love. Like when you see people taking over an intersection, yes, dangerous, yes, illegal, you shouldn't do that. But I also see people having the time of their life, driving their cars, and I see a community and I see people connecting over it. And, I think today we lack this thing called the third space. People spend a lot of time at their job, they spend a lot of time at their house, but they don't have a third space to go. A lot of people that's church, or a lot of people that could be just their favorite cafe. But the car scene kind of offers a third space, whether it's going to a show or a meet or a cruise or even a takeover. I think that's something that a lot of people need today. So even though those takeovers are bad, I still think there's a lot of good in them.
Gotcha. If people wanted to get a hold of you outside of Instagram, what's the best way to contact you?
Maybe through Facebook, Instagram, Facebook is easy. I'm always there, or WhatsApp. You can reach me through the website too. That's mostly for rentals. But if you just wanted to ask questions, it's not necessarily about rental cars. You can just reach out to my personal Instagram, my personal Facebook. I'm always answering comments, questions, and messages there.
Absolutely. Well, I'm hoping that that you have enjoyed this interview and will write me a review. If anybody is
Absolutely.
watching and you guys enjoyed the interview as well, he answered the questions. Maybe you have your own questions you want to ask him, privately. Go ahead and shoot him a DM. Give him a follow on the gram. You guys, this is Rob, who is a founder and CEO of his rental company, exotic car rental company, called Rushing Rentals. You guys can find his information in the caption if you're watching on Facebook and in the description if you're watching on YouTube. And if this is too fast for you, then just click the links, okay? But you guys can follow him everywhere on Instagram and definitely check out the website, rushingrentals.co. Pick up some merchandise, just browse the website until you get tired of looking and then you want to support. Whatever the case may be, you maybe want to look at it tonight and then maybe want to buy some merch when you get paid again. I don't know, but definitely support my bro, support Rob tonight, and give him a follow. If you enjoy Mark Hard content, guess what? You're gonna enjoy his. His maybe a little more because he's doing it on a more professional level. I don't know, but I have.
I like your content a lot. I'm subscribed.
I have thoroughly enjoyed tonight. The Trinity Trey video came out today, and I went to go see a brand new Nissan Z today. Got a chance to sit in it, talk to Jacob from Busam Nissan, which is here in Cincinnati. The Auto Expo last Sunday was amazing. Well, this past Sunday was amazing. Got a chance to talk to the employee named Lexi, who was very nice. She told me all the specs about it. She sent me a whole link about the Z just by itself, and then she sent me a whole nother link to sign up for a test drive and everything. So me and my sister, we got some things in the works on Monday morning because yeah. Anyway, I'm excited for Monday. Let's just say that. And the car that I sat in today after work was completely different from the car that I saw at the expo. So I had a chance to see a gray one, which was at the expo, that Tristan and I we got a chance to sit in, and then today was a black one. I got a chance to sit and turn it on, push the startup button, and check out the screen display. The guy Jacob, he walked me through the different drive features, and we played with some of the features, the Bluetooth speaker, and I did the walk around video, and then I got a chance to record them backing the car into the showroom, and then he gave me a little rev. So today was quite the day, and I'm closing out my evening with my bro Rob with this amazing exclusive interview right here on Cruising with KS. Thank you again, Rob. Hopefully, when I come down to Miami, because that is on the bucket list.
You got to.
It was on the bucket list before I went to 1K Motorsports Toy Drive, which was in Naples. So now it's really on the bucket list now because I got to connect. Amen.
Absolutely.
So I definitely got to come down, and I might even start looking for flights after this interview because we got to come down.
Once you book something, tell me. I can. My business even offers airport transfer. So if you're landing at an airport and you get picked up in a Cullinan, you want to get you and your family moved to the hotel or whatever, just let me know. Happy to do it on the house.
Absolutely. I would definitely keep that in mind, bro. It'll just be me and Tristan, nobody else.
Sounds good.
I'm broke and I ain't got that much money.
Hey, it'll be free for you, okay?
Absolutely. But man, I appreciate you tonight. I'm glad that you said yes about this interview. Looking forward to doing it again, maybe later on when business is booming again. If anybody that you know is interested in something like this, recommend them to me. We connect the dots and we get everything situated so they can come on and share their story, how they became part of your team, became a car enthusiast, etc. But thank you again, Rob. Definitely, you guys, if you guys are watching and want to support him, the links are in the description to his website, personal page, and his business page. And I can't wait to see what you're going to upload tomorrow, next week, the different events that you're going to throughout the rest of this year, throughout the spring and the summer, and even the fall. And I'm looking forward to catching up with you hopefully soon, one-on-one. and doing this again.
Likewise, brother. Can't wait to see you in person. Thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it a lot, and thank you so much.
God bless you. So, you guys, I told Rob backstage that we had an exclusive song that we're going to play on tonight from my bro, Jay Measy, who I do the Godson podcast and Godson listening party with. This track is called Salvation, and it drops on April 8th. So, this is the first time ever. He hasn't even started promoting this song. There's no pre-save links or nothing like that. It features, if I'm not mistaken, Salt of the Earth and Chaz King. I know who Salt of the Earth is because he do review shows on Thursday nights at 6:30 here in Cincinnati. But I don't know who Chaz King is, and this is a brand new song. I don't even know if it's mixed and mastered yet or not. But Jay Measy said that I can play it tonight. I want to wash his feet. And I think, Rob, I think you're going to enjoy this exclusive track. So let's go and get into the track called Salvation, and we'll be right back. All right? Let's get it. Let's go, man. It's Cruising with KS, man. We're going to bring the house down. Check it out.
DJ Wayne Michael.
Because who he is was much greater than what was against me.
I came to the Lord and he gave me life, and I gave him my life and he blessed me twice. He took me out the dark and he made me light. Cause I wasn't living with purpose, but then he broke all of their curses. Cause I should have been riding in hearses. By his grace and his mercy, he gave me water on that day I was thirsty. I called on his name and he heard me. And I'm grateful he didn't desert me. So glory to God cause he worthy. I've been involved time again, constantly struggling, stuck in sin. I was running the streets, hustling. I was living like a demon, no, it's not pretending. All these broken hearts, it's on my wall. I only want to see them fall. I had a broken heart, and I needed God to hold on to me. I was about to fall, cause I was lost in the dark, and I needed light to get me out. And I needed Christ, but I was blind. So he sent me my father to help me out, cause it was dark, it was gloomy. Waking up, it was spooky, cause there was hate, but there was love. With all that pain, could've filmed the movie, and he broke the chains when he made me new. My boy, I wasn't here, but I know she knew, cause I know she was praying for me all them years. And now she with God, she can see the truth, cause I went through the fire and I made it through. Baptized in the spirit, he made me Jew. And kid been locked up doing all that time, but I know when he see me, can see the proof.
Thank God, praise him. I can never lose my faith when one time get hard. Can't lose faith, keep my faith in the love. I must repent. Don't forgive me for all I did. I'm trying to change the way I live. I'm trying to raise my kids. Counting blessings, I ain't never had to make a wish. I ain't never said I'm perfect, but I'm trying to live. Eternal life, eternally, the Holy Spirit taking over me. I was lost, but now I'm found. That's where I'm supposed to be. Salvation. Lord, thank you for your love and patience. Two things I don't deserve. One thing's for sure is that I gotta put you first.
Yeah, I'm thanking the Lord for if it didn't work. He went through the pain and all of the suffering. The way I was living, it didn't work. I can't even hurt. Yeah, I went to church, I was so religious, but I didn't get it. Led by my feeling, not the Holy Spirit, but another spirit till I got delivered. Now I see the difference between a man release, or a real relationship with God. There's something a lot of people miss. For real, I was one of the ones that got it, but I'm on the run. Ain't nobody father's love to the day that he called me his son. There's a moment in time that you can never take away from me. Never took me a minute to get it, but he waited on me patiently. Yeah, try to tell me that grace ain't real. I humbly disagree. Don't need much, try to play with me. Cause he made a way for me. I came to the Lord and he gave me life, and I gave him my life and he blessed me twice. He took me out the dark and he made me light. Cause I wasn't living with purpose, but then he broke all of their curses. Cause I should have been riding in hearses. By his grace and his mercy, he gave me water on that day I was thirsty. I called on his name and he heard me. And I'm grateful he didn't desert me. So glory to God cause he's worthy.
Drops on April 8th, you guys. That was an exclusive right here on Cruising with KS. Shout out to Jesse Skinner in the building, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, champ. Rob, man, what you think about that track?
That was sick.
And then shout out to, again, man, Jay Measy for giving me permission to play it. Shout out to Out of the Earth for coming on alongside with Chaz King for that exclusive track. When the pre-save links are available, I will let you guys know. One last announcement before we get out of here. This Saturday coming up will be Big Steve's 18th album release party. I don't know what the album is called, but I think it drops on Friday. If I'm not, it drops tomorrow. I'm sorry, and then he will have physical copies at the show. So definitely come out, you guys. I think the show is from 7 to 10 p.m. at Peace Baptist Church. I think tickets are still available. The information you guys can find on the KS Radio Show page, and I'm looking forward to shooting content from the stage, from just in the crowd, and just looking forward to supporting my brothers and sisters in Christ. Rob is my guest tonight. You guys definitely tap into his Instagram profiles and check out his website link if you guys want to rent a car or buy some merchandise or just find out more information about his business. Rob, go ahead and enjoy the rest of your evening, bro. Again, thank you for being my 19th guest. Can't wait for next Friday, which is the 29th, when I interview Mark and some more members of his team. I think he already confirmed 3 members from Cloud9 Exotics. I'm going to be posting that flyer maybe tomorrow or maybe even after this interview. But you guys, thank you again for checking out the show. If anybody wants to follow me anywhere on social media or online, I am at Kruisin with KS. All the links are in the description or in the YouTube bio somewhere in there. But I am on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, all one word, Kruisin with KS. Just hashtag Kruisin with KS with a K. And I'm looking forward to just continuing to network with people. If you guys have any car-related businesses, maybe you're a detailer, maybe you do graphics, maybe you are a car organizer, or you help organize meets and cruises. I definitely want to have you on the show, whether you are a videographer, photographer, doesn't matter. Or, you own your own rental car company like my man Rob here. I just want to watch feet and be a supporter to the car community as much as possible. And again, thank you guys for, rocking out with me. Again, Rob, thank you again for being my guest. Can't wait to do this again, part 2, maybe live from Miami. Never know. But
that sounds awesome.
But enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. I know you mentioned some events that you and your team are going to either this weekend or some upcoming Saturdays with Supercars of Florida Saturdays, and some other private events and such. I'm looking forward to seeing all the content, whether if it's car rentals or you and your homies out enjoying a drive, you taking a car delivery, whatever the case may be. I'm looking forward to all the shenanigans and everything that you're doing with your team at Rushing Rentals. But be blessed. Shout out to Sirs Cobb. Shout out to you, bro, for tapping in. And again, you guys, thank you for everything that you guys have done tonight. The last song or the last video of the night is going to be by my bro, Connor Price, called Overnight, because Rob, you didn't build your business overnight. It took a grind. You're still passionate about what you're doing. And guess what? Me building the KS Radio Show, as well as Kruisin with KS, didn't come overnight. It took a lot of grinding. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of patience. And guess what? Even some sleepless nights and early mornings. So we got to continue to grind. But God got us. He's going to continue to provide for us as long as we take one foot and put it in front of the other one. He's going to make the rest of our way easier and a lot lighter. And just continue to just bless God with your talents. And I look forward to seeing you guys next Friday, March 29th at 8 p.m. Not 7, at 8 o'clock. So definitely follow me for that flyer. And if you guys want to be a guest on the show, inbox me. Let's get it set up. Let's get all the details. And let's continue to, be lovers of cars and car enthusiasts and anybody in the automotive community. But here's Connor Price with Overnight, and I'll catch you guys in the next one on March 29th. God bless and good night.
Thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento, we favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por los míos, José. 360 is your deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC, lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico, Tommy el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day, but you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
Thinking that it happened overnight, didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
Y'all, welcome back to the channel. Y'all know it's KS. This is my good friend, Miss Diana. Hi. And she's an entrepreneur here in Cincinnati, so can you tell us what you do?
Yes, so I am the owner of Diana's Gourmet Treats and More. So what I do is I taste amazing treats from all over in different locations, and I bring them into one place so that they are available for you.
Awesome. And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this on my own since
June this year, you guys. So she needs a lot of likes and a lot of support on her Facebook page. I'm gonna get more videos with her. How can people follow you on social media?
My VIP on Facebook is Diana's Gourmet Treats and More, VIP. And then, and then my website is www.dianasgourmet.com.
All right, y'all heard it here first. So Cooking with KS, man. We'll be back with more videos. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna put a link to her Facebook page in the description, and we'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.